Hello and welcome to High Ground Gaming. This is Eric. I just purchased the Replay Baseball 2016 season, as you can see here. I actually did it a couple of days ago, but I've been kind of busy doing some other things, doing my short draft league baseball team there, getting ready for that, and also cutting up some of the inside pitch, which I'm going to be using as a cards and dice version to play the game. And I've been watching ID Gestures games on Replay Baseball. I just watched him play a series against Boston. And so if you haven't checked out his videos on Replay Baseball, check them out, definitely. He's playing the Baltimore Orioles 2016 Replay. And I am going to be going with a couple of teams. I'm going to, of course, being from Boston, I'm going to go. That's not the major reason I picked them. But I am going to be playing the Boston Red Sox for a couple of reasons. One is, I'm a math guy, being a math tutor or teacher, and I decided I would go with them because I was looking up all their offense and to see where they ranked in the American League on Baseball Reference in 2016, and they actually led the league, the American League, in the following categories: plate appearances, which is not necessarily a big deal, but I think it is. Based upon how many times you get up, means you turn the lineup over. So they led the league in plate appearances, 6,320 at bats with 5,670. Minnesota was second in those categories. Runs, they actually led the league with 878 runs on the year, which was first. 101 runs better than Cleveland, who finished second in runs scored. Hits, they led the league with 1,598 hits, which again, Detroit was second, and they finished 126 ahead of the second place team, so that's significant. Second base, doubles, they finished the year with 343 doubles, which was 35 ahead of the next team, which is Cleveland. RBIs, 736. Led the league in that. Texas was second. They finished 90 ahead of them. Batting average was 282 as a team, which was 15 points ahead of second place Detroit. Base percentage, 348, 17 points ahead of Detroit. Slugging percentage as a team, 461, which was 18 points ahead of Baltimore, which was second. I was kind of surprised with that, but while they didn't hit as many home runs as Baltimore, they made up for it with the doubles and triples and whatnot. And the OPS, which I think is a very important stat because it's on base percentage plus slugging, they actually led the league with an 810 team OPS, led by David Ortiz, of course, who had over 1,000 OPS. But second place was Detroit, they were 41 points behind Boston, and Baltimore was 760. So 41 points ahead of Detroit and 50 points ahead of Baltimore. So, and then you have OPS plus, which I'm not sure exactly what that is, but they led it with 110 ahead, 2 points ahead of Detroit there. Total bases, 2,615. First place there, which Baltimore was second with 2,449, so 166 total bases ahead of the second place team. And finally, this isn't necessarily a good thing, but if you're putting a lot of runners on and scoring a lot of runs, then chances are you're probably going to leave a lot of runners on base too. But they led the league with, well, in this case it was a positive stat, 1,162 left on base. Minnesota was second, which didn't have a very good year. And typically you think of a worse team having high left on base totals, but at least if they're getting runners on, and scoring them and leaving and leading the league on left on base, and they're putting a ton of runners on. So they were 38 ahead of Minnesota in that category. Pitching, not as great, but still respectable. And I think I did forget one too. They did lead the league in runs per game too, which I don't have here, but that was pretty significant too, ahead of the next highest team. Hopefully you can still hear me there. Anyway, my thing became my headphones came unplugged there, so hopefully that got back on here. Anyway, and then finally, let's see, the runs against per game. The pitching staff was third in the league behind Toronto and Cleveland at 4.28 runs per game allowed. It's complete games. They were first in complete games with 9, which isn't necessarily a big deal there. And another, I think, important thing is home runs against. They led the league with the lowest number of home runs against, with 176 on the year. So anyway, so that's just a few little stats there. So I am going to go ahead and play the. Hold on there. I'll be right back. Alrighty, yeah, I just wanted to make sure that I was recording my voice because my headphones came unplugged, and I was. So anyway, like I was saying, the Red Sox, led the league in a lot of statistical categories, and during the year too, and they pretty much ended the year, and I think they lost 5 out of the last 6 games, and then they were swept by Cleveland in the first round of the playoffs. But I think a lot of it, I won't attribute all of it to that, but I think part of the reason might have been why is the whole David Ortiz thing. While I totally agree they should have had a big send off for him and everything like that, and that was all justified and everything. But I think it was somewhat of a distraction to the team, that the focus was kind of a lot on him, and that kind of even the fans and everything were, while they were rooting for the team too, they were kind of split between, which was more important, the David Ortiz's farewell or the actual, plus he had a great season too, which kind of added to it too. So, not saying that's an excuse or anything, but I'd just like to see what would happen if, I just play the game straightforward without, all the sideshows basically affecting it. So I think they probably could have gelled well. And plus too, I know a lot of it too is they had a lot of rookies and or not necessarily rookies, but young players too, not a lot of maturity on the team too, which I think can be a good and a bad thing at the time. But I think this year they're going to really gel, especially even with David Ortiz being gone. But anyway, getting back to my point here. So I'm going to be playing the 2016 Boston Red Sox. And I'm also going to pick a National League team, but I'm not going to reveal that right now. You just have to kind of watch, and I'll let you know. It's between one of 3 teams right now, and I've gotten some input on what people would like to see. I've also I'm kind of looking at the stats too in that, and I kind of want a team that I, at least has a chance of making the playoffs. I don't really want to pick like an Atlanta that, while I like Atlanta, I just want to pick a team that if I help to coach it, it might have a chance to make the playoffs. So anyway, it's got to be a team that was at least in the wild card hunt anyway. So anyway, so that'll be an interesting choice too. Plus, I have some people that I know like certain teams, and don't like other teams, and they're teams that I don't like, and some teams that I like in the National League too, as well as the American League. But anyway, so today is opening day, so I'll just get right into the game because I know ID Gesture has been doing a lot of good stuff on the engine of the inside pitch and all that stuff, and I'll kind of make a comment here and there if I notice something that I learned or don't know about, kind of thing. So I can ask you guys out there for input. Since I'm fairly new to this game too. I've had it for like probably a year or so, but I've only played it sporadically at times, and I looked a little bit into how the scoring goes but I don't really know a ton about it. I know that sometimes high for numbers are good, sometimes low, but all the different combinations and everything, what column is for what. I haven't like memorized that kind of stuff, but I'm becoming more familiar just through watching videos. And ID Josh, like I said, I think it was, I can't remember which Red Sox video it was he did with Baltimore against the Red Sox, but there was one game, I think it might have been game 5, I'm not sure, 5 or 6, that at the beginning of the video he talked a lot about what the different stats in the game mean and how you interpret them. So anyway, without further ado, we're going to get into opening day. I am going to play a game from opening day, and these are the 3 games that were done here. I'm probably going to pick Toronto and Tampa Bay to play that opening day game, just because ID Gesture already did this one, and I'd be biased here. I'd probably want to pick Pittsburgh. I'd play the home team Pittsburgh, and they're playing St. Louis, so. And this one right here, I'm kind of biased against the Mets here. I'm just not a really big Mets fan. Although I don't mind them now, as long as they're not playing the Red Sox. But so I think I'm going to go with the Tampa Bay and Toronto game. Two teams that are going to be in my division. The Red Sox. So I will play a game with them, and I'm going to play the home team in this one. Just going to play Tampa. Don't really have a preference to either team. But Tampa Bay is one of the teams I was considering playing because they had can't remember exactly how many games, but the number of games they won and the number of games they were predicted to win through the Pythagorean theorem on, not Pythagorean theorem, that's math. Pythagorean one-loss record. I believe that's made by Bill James. But on Baseball Reference was significantly, I think it's like 6 or 7. I'm going to say 6 or 7, might be more, but they finished significantly lower than their predicted score, so they underachieved. So anyway, so let's get started with the game here, and so we're not going to play a Boston game today. We're just going to play I think Boston did not play until the 3rd day, so we might be playing another game on the 2nd day, or I might just send. I haven't decided yet. But tomorrow I'll definitely. Actually, I think I'll definitely pick a National League team by tomorrow because obviously it's not one of these teams right here. It's not St. Louis or Pittsburgh. But I'll probably play the National League team game first. So, all right. So let's get started here. And I'm going to. Oops, I probably should have. No, it's okay. So, spell play. There we go. Fill in the lineup. So that's the lineup for the Blue Jays facing Chris Archer. And these are his stats for the year. Definitely did not have a great season overall, although, like I said, not as bad as his record would indicate. Oh, and that's one sound I'm going to disable there. So, Toronto's going to be AI managed.
Replay Radio is live from Tampa Bay. Top of the 1st.
So, all right. So, this is a game between the Toronto Blue Jays visiting the Tampa Bay Rays. Chris Archer will be going up the Toronto lineup of Kevin Pillar, batting first, playing center field. Josh Donaldson, third base, batting second. Jose Bautista, batting third and playing right field. Batting cleanup, Edwin Encarnacion, DH. Troy Tulowitzki, the shortstop, batting fifth. Chris Colabello, batting sixth and playing first base. Michael Saunders, left fielder, batting seventh. Catching and batting eighth, Russell Martin. And batting ninth and playing second base, Ryan Reynolds. So they'll be facing Chris Archer, who was 9-19 on the year with an ERA of 4.02, 201 innings pitched. Whip of 1.24. 33 games. Here we go. And I did go in and make some changes here, like Eddie Jester did. I did the highlighting the box in yellow. I also did the sound of the dice roll, which was something different. I think I did it like on wood or something like that, so it's going to sound like the dice are on wood. I may go back to that padding thing because I kind of like the sound of that. I just figured I'd try some different sounds in the game. And I think I did the same thing with the results thing too below the batter, that it would show the actual fielding numbers instead of the positions. So, all right, so 1 up and 1 down.
1 out, bases empty.
No, Mason, and I did something here too. I can't remember what this is. I think I did check something in here. Let me just make sure that I picked the. Yeah, I did. Okay. Sure that the computer was managing Toronto. All right, so second up will be Josh Donaldson here. I'll hit the short. Possible error. So if it's lower than this, then he is able to field it. Higher, he commits the error. 16 does commit the error. And I haven't downloaded the charts yet. I will be doing that for the next game. So let's see. So that is an error, and I believe it looks up a 3 on a chart too to determine how many bases it is. And it looks like it's just a 1 base error. So, all right.
1 out, man on first.
Next up will be Jose Bautista. He's currently playing in the World Baseball Classic. I just was watching a game with the Dominican Republic, which has a stacked lineup. They're the favorites, at least in their pool, or probably one of the favorites in the world to win the World Baseball Classic. So they're playing Canada in the game I was watching. They were handling them. They were beating them quite handily. So all right, Jose Bautista up now, 234 hitter in the year. In real life with 22 home runs. And doesn't show the RBIs. It's going to be a good result off the 6 column. Those are usually good for the batter. See if they're going to send him. And no, they keep him at third. So 1 down and runners on second and third.
1 out, men on second and third.
All right, Encarnacion up now with 263 in the year with 42 homers. He'll be up with 2 runners in scoring position. And I did not do the simulcast thing for today, so normally I will be doing that, but I did not do it for today. Just going to autoplay those games.
Ball 4, take your base.
And then that loads the base. It's not necessarily a bad thing walking Encarnacion.
1 out, bases loaded.
So next up will be Troy Tulowitzki, playing halfway in the try to get the double play here. He was 254 with 24 homers. And that is not good. Toronto's going to score 2. And they take a 2-0 lead on it. Double by Tulowitzki.
1 out, men on second and third.
And I slightly delayed the dice stopping, so they roll for a little bit longer, trying to create a little bit of drama. Not really that significant, so. All right, so next up will be Chris Colabello. Runners on second and third and 1 down. Should get some.
2 outs, men on second and third.
Michael Saunders up now. Ooh, strikes out.
2 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on.
strikes out the last two batters, and Toronto going to the bottom of the first, and Toronto's up 2-0.
Bottom of the first.
All right, so Marcus Stroman will be on the mound for the Blue Jays. He had a record of 9-10 on the year with an ERA of 4.37. His numbers aren't bad in here. A bunch of twos and some couple of ones. A couple of fours and only 1 5, so not too bad. I think that means he's susceptible to the home run though. The 5 and the 5 in this one right here, this corner. So the Braves will send up a lineup of Logan Forsythe, batting first, playing second base. Batting second, first baseman Logan Morrison. Batting third, playing third, Evan Longoria. Cleanup hitter, Roy Dickerson, DH. Batting fifth, Desmond Jennings. What is Desmond Jennings here? Desmond Jennings, batting fifth and playing left field. Batting sixth and playing shortstop, Brad Miller. Batting seventh, Steven Souza, playing right field. Batting eighth, Kevin Kiermaier, playing center fielder. And catching and batting ninth, Hank Conklin. First, Logan Forsythe. Hit 264 on the regular season with 20 home runs. Ground ball to third. Donaldson's up with it. 1-0.
1 out, bases empty.
So 1 down for Logan Morrison. Hit 238 in the year with 14 homers. Flies out to Bautista. 2 down.
2 outs, bases empty.
All right, Longoria up now. He had a good year, hitting 273 with 36 home runs. 2 outs and nobody on. 6th column, and it flies out to center field to Pilar to end.
An easy inning to score. 1, 2, 3.
So after 1, Toronto leads 2-0.
Top of the second.
Russell Martin will lead it off for the Blue Jays, number 8 hitter. He hit 231 with 20 home runs. And leaping catch by Brad Miller. Tires Martin.
1 out, bases empty.
Ryan Goins up now. Struggled on the year. He only hit 186 in 77 games. 3 home runs. Somebody singles this time. 1 out single.
1 out, man on first.
Pilar up now. 266 hitter. 7 home runs. 0 for 1. Struck out his first time up. And line down toward the gap. Looks like we're going to have a check here. Ballpark effect. So 1 through 3 will be an out. 4 and 5 will be there's no 6 here. That's interesting. Just divide this here and make it 6. But alright, so I wonder what happens if we do get 6. Oh, actually, we won't get a 6. We'll get these. So there you go. So it's a 14. And he flies out to Souza.
2 outs, man on first.
2 outs now for Donaldson. He reached on an error by the shortstop his first time up. That's me.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Bottom of the second.
Bottom of the second here.
Strike 3, you're out. 1 out, bases empty.
And again, like ID Gesture was mentioning, I'm going to try to keep these videos. Obviously not today, it's the opening day, and I kind of like had a little talking to do to tell you about the season, about what I'm going to be doing and playing. So normally I'm going to try to keep it between a half an hour and 45 minutes. Definitely try not to go over that 45 minutes. Trying to get as close to their half an hour as possible. Looping line drive to Bautista. He's got a defense of 3. So higher than the Rays number. The Rays number here is 2. So his defense is 3. So since his defense is higher than the Rays number, they don't have to roll anything, and I guess that's considered out there. Here's another Rays number right there.
2 outs, bases empty.
I believe that's how it's read anyway. 2 outs, and Miller. And he strikes out.
And just like that, the inning's over. Top of the third.
Alright, so the Rays have gone quietly in the first couple innings. Archer will face Bautista, Encarnacion, and Tulowitzki. Bautista doubled his first time up. Swinging this time.
1 out, bases empty.
So Archer now has 5 Ks on the day in 2.1 innings, 2 1/3 innings. Not bad. 5 out of the first 7 outs have been via the strikeout. Encarnacion up now. That's 6 out of the first 8.
2 outs, bases empty.
Archer striking out. I'm gonna keep an eye on this right here. Again, like I know I checked something, but I can't remember why I checked for this. 2-out double for Tulowitzki. Archer fails to have a 1-2-3 inning again.
2 outs, man on second.
Calabello up. He struck out his first time up. Leaping catch by the shortstop Miller again.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on.
We head to the bottom of the third.
Bottom of the third.
Toronto up 2-0. Yep, bottom third of the order will be up for Tampa. Still looking for their first hit and first base runner. Souza, Kiermaier, and Kong. Short. Tulowitzki's up with it over to first. Scored 6-3.
1 out, bases empty.
Kiermaier up now. Up to Coins. 2 down.
2 outs, bases empty.
Conger up now. 194. And he strikes out, so.
They go down quietly, nothing doing this half inning.
Stroman has retired the first 9 batters for the Tampa Bay Rays here.
Top of the fourth.
Archer will face Saunders, Martin, and Coins. I'll hit to Forsythe. Possible error. Error of a 55. It's 3, so he commits the error. Second area today by the Rays.
No outs, man on first.
He's up now. That's
1 out, man on first.
That's 7 Ks on the day for Archer. I'll hit to second. Double play.
No runs,
Score that
no
up.
hits,
4-6-3.
1 error, and none left on. Bottom of the fourth.
All right, see if the Rays can get something started here. And we'll do a single. So the Rays' first base runner. Safe in these instances, and you think he's safe for a 1-4 here. So he's got. This is 67%, so it's got probably about probably like in 75, like 80% probably chance. So I am going to try to stretch that. Why not? So leadoff runner, so he's probably got some speed. 4, yeah, not too bad. So here we go. Safe. So he's able to stretch a single into a double there.
No outs, man on second.
So the Rays are in business here. The runner in scoring position and nobody out. Morrison up now. Flew up to right his first time up. Ooh, this could be good. 6 is usually good. Double into the Rays cut the lead in half.
No outs, man on second.
Gloria, see if we can keep the hits coming. Yep, strikes out. So 1 down. 1 on second.
1 out, man on second.
Dickerson up now. He struck out his first time up. And he strikes out again. So back-to-back Ks.
2 outs, man on second.
Ground ball to short. Tulowitzki's going to first, and the
1
tie
run,
is decided.
2 hits, and 1 left on.
So 2-1 going into the top of the fifth here.
Top of the 5th.
Lara up now, top of the order. Miller throws over to Morrison, 1 down.
1 out, base is empty.
Donaldson up now. Reached on the air and struck out. Strikes out again.
2 outs, base is empty.
It's 8 Ks on the day for Archer. And the leaping catch by Miller. Miller's made
They go
some
down quietly,
great plays
nothing
today.
doing this half inning. Bottom of the 5th.
Bottom of the 5th. Miller will lead it off here after making a great play. Gets it to Goins. Throws over to Olabello, and 1 up and 1 down.
1 out, base is empty.
Sue's up now. Short. 2 down.
2 outs, base is empty.
Vermeer up now. Popped out to second his first time up.
Ball 4.
Walked. 2-out walk. Double plays.
2 outs, man on first.
Unger up now. He struck out his first time up. And try a steal. Let's have a 5 here. And check this card here. Did have 21 stolen bases on the year, so I'm gonna go for it here. Yeah, try to get that run. Now, I think if I wanted to cancel it, I would just press on this right here. But I'm not gonna. I'm gonna attempt to steal. 36. I think I need to get underneath that. And I get exactly that. The runner holds. He doesn't get the jump. That was for the jump.
2 outs, man on first.
All right, so he doesn't get the jump here. Saw that way there. I'll hit to Carabello. Takes it himself.
No runs, no hits, and 1 left on.
5 full. Toronto leads Tampa 2-1.
Top of the 6th.
Good pitchers duel here today.
One out, base is empty.
It's number 9 on the day for Archer. Lewinsky up now. Doubled a couple times today. Two doubles. He definitely has Archer's number today. At least perfect 3 for 3.
1 out, man on first.
Well up now. Struck out and lined out to short. Strikeout.
That's his 10th strikeout of the game.
Double-digit strikeouts for Archer.
2 outs, man on first.
Saunders up now. 11. So 11 strikeouts.
Now has 11 strikeouts. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Bottom of the 6th.
Short. Forsythe up now. Possible chance he might see what the umpire calls it. And he's out. Out in a close play.
1 out, base is empty.
Kind of like that. Outs incorporates umpire calls too into the game. One out single. Morrison.
1 out, man on first.
Rays have the tying run on first here in the bottom of the 6th. And down. Longoria.
Track 3, you're out.
Longoria can't do anything.
2 outs, man on first.
Strikes out. Dickerson up now. Struck out twice. And he flies out to Pilar in the inning.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on.
Rays still trailed by 1, going to the top of the 7th.
Top of the 7th.
Archer back up on the mound. Looping line drive. Got a defense of 4. And there's only a 1 here, so that 4 beats the 1. That's how you read it. So makes the play.
1 out, base is empty.
Wins up now. It's 1 for 2. Flies out to Kiermaier.
2 outs, base is empty.
Fires up Flower. 3 for 3. Park effect here. So 1 to 3 will be an out. 4 to 6 will be a single. So anything less than a 53 on the roll will be an out. 62, so it's a single. 2 out single, drop from Jennings.
2 outs, man on first.
It's it up now. Double. They're going to send Pilar. Looks like they might. Yep, here we go. So we need a 10 or a 2 to stop them. And ooh, just miss it. Oh, a possible error here. It won't be an error. He's perfect. He committed any errors.
2 outs, man on second.
Blue Jays tack on another run here in the top of the 7th.
One run, 2 hits, and 1 left on. Bottom of the 7th.
Alright. Desmond Jennings up now. Gets it off to the Rays.
1 out, base is empty.
Up and 1 down. Brad Miller up now, 0 for 2. With the Tulisky. Goes over to first. 2 down.
2 outs, base is empty.
Sue's up now. 0 for 2. Rounded to short twice.
Ball 4.
2 out walk.
2 outs, man on first.
Fire, you want to come up to the plate. Kiermaier. He's possible to pick one out. He had 12 home runs on the year last year. I'll hit the second. And
No runs, no hits, and 1 left on.
so 20 would have been a single, 20 to 25. So this would have had to match with a 4 or more, which I'm not sure what he has.
Top of the 8th.
Encarnacion up now. Archer gets him. Archer's,
Now has a dozen strikeouts for the game.
wow. 12 strikeouts now.
1 out, base is empty.
2-0 up now. It's perfect. 3 for 3 on the day. 2 doubles and a single. On third, and they finally retire him.
2 outs, base is empty.
Colabello up now. 0 for 3. Couple of strikeouts.
An easy inning to score. 1, 2, 3.
Great. Head to the bottom of the 8th now. The Rays down by 2.
Bottom of the 8th. They're bringing in a new pitcher.
Blue Jays will make a pitching change. Gavin Floyd will come in now. Oh, I think I did this too. Whenever they make a substitution, they let me know. So Smoke is going to be inserted at first base. He's probably a little bit better than who they had there before, but upgrade there, so better defense. Conger will be up first. I think we might pinch hit for Conger here. Let's see who we have on the bench here. View his card. We want to make a substitution. Okay, so let's see. Do we have anybody like Sally, he's the catcher. So I think we're going to bring in. Look at Congress stats again. 194. Yeah, we got to bring it. We got to give ourselves a chance here. So we're going to bring in. Steve Pierce here to check. Alright, so Pierce comes in to hit a righty against Lloyd. Ball to third. Johnson's up with it. Smoke. One down.
One out, bases empty.
Forsythe up now. He's 1 for 3 with a double. Second hit of the day.
One out, man on first.
Logan steal. Now I think this is the case where we did have Forsythe. Anyway, he only had 6 stolen bases on the year, so I don't. It would have been a tying run maybe, but I'm going to try to get rid of that. So I think if I hit this, that takes off the steal. So click on that, that'll take off the steal. All right, so we're just going to hit away here, I think. He just had 2 hits on the day, so might be a good candidate to hit run here. We might try a little hit run. Why not?
It's a hit and run.
And that's the second.
Hey!
So they get the lead runner, even though we had him in motion.
2 outs, man on first.
Let's hit right at him. So Longoria up now. Presenting the tying run. 2 down. And he lines out to Saunders to retire the side.
No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on. Top of the 9th.
You know what? So yeah, substitution next. I got to replace the catcher here. So we're going to replace the catcher with Casali. Casali is going to come in to catch. Leave Chris Archer on the mound. Why not? I'll hit the Miller.
1 out, bases empty.
Even though we're operating off the B column now, because this is a B here, so we operate off the B column. As long as we don't hit the 3 and the 6, we'll be alright. Or the 4 possibly, but 1 and 2 are actually good. 1 down. That's good.
That's his 13th strikeout today.
13 strikeouts on the day. Wow.
2 outs, bases empty.
Potentially losing effort here. Got to give him a chance at the win now. So we can make a comeback.
They go down quietly, nothing doing this half inning.
Archer's definitely pitched a pretty darn good game, considering he's let up 3 runs, but other than that, he's pitched pretty well. He's only allowed he has allowed 7 hits, but still 13 strikeouts, not bad.
Bottom of the 9th. They're bringing in a new pitcher.
All right, so I wonder what that means there would be. Okay, so Carrera is going to be inserted at right field. So the higher numbers, the better for the outfield, replacing Bautista. So let's see. Assuming the closer's in now. Dickerson's up first. He struck out, and walked. Let's check his. Struck out, and right up the center. 245 hitter. Let's see who we have on the bench. Nothing really that much better. So we're just going to let him hit. I'll hit the Tulowitzki. I'm down.
1 out, base is empty.
Jennings up now. He's only a 200 hitter in real time, so I think we are going to replace him. Try to increase our chances here. Alright, so Beckham or Geyer? A slightly better chance at home runs here. So we're going to go with Geyer. Geyer is going to come and pinch hit. Possible rare play. I don't think we even had one of these yet. No rare play, it's just a 4. So let's dribble to the mound and see if the pitcher can retire him. Well, not a single, so Geyer's speed lower than his number rolled is lower than his speed, so
1 out, man on first.
Alright, so at least we give ourselves a chance here to get the tying run coming to the plate here. Let's see, Miller's 0 for 3. 243 hitter. This did have 30 home runs in the year, so he's got a chance here. So Suna looks in for the sign, winds up, and the pitch. Ooh. And it's a home run. Wow. Off that 6th column there. Runner on 4 scores. Wow. And the Tampa Bay Rays have tied it up here on opening day in the bottom of the 9th with a 2-run homer from Brad Miller. So, to look these up on the chart later when I get the charts out. So 59 plus the 3 here was a 62, and then at 11, I'm sure. So fly ball column 6 here. So actually, no, I'm sorry, the 59 doesn't get used. It looks like the 11 gets used. So 11-3 is 14, and I guess that's a home run from column 4. So I wonder why the 11 got used there. Anyway, I'm not going to question it. It's a home run. So a new ball game here.
1 out, base is empty.
So we get the Tampa Bay's Jeffrey got some action going in their pen. Wow. So still only 1 out here in the inning. Souza up now. 2 down. I just hope I have enough substitutions left. Position players left.
2 outs, base is empty.
We'll see. We're gonna have to have somebody play out of position.
Strike 3, you're out.
2 runs, 2 hits, and none left on. Top of the 10th.
Alright, so let me check my defense here. So it looks like left field. I think we'll be. So I'm trying to think. We had. I can't remember who we had. I think we had Geyer come and play. Yeah, we did. So Geyer, he can play left field. He's a 4-3 and 21. So these are my choices here. So yeah, I think we just leave Geyer in. Yeah, because I think if we bring in Dickerson to play that, then we lose the DH though. So we don't want to do that. So Geyer's going to come in and play left field. Good, he's a 4 there, so it's a decent defense and not too bad of an average overall, except for Longoria. He's about average. So Archer is definitely going to come out now. It's a great game. Shame he can't. But at least he isn't going to get the loss. He's got a no decision, but I'm going to take him out. And let's see, we got righty, lefty. So I think we're going to start off with. I'll be right back. I'm just going to check the lineup here. I didn't set up my other screen there, so I'm just gonna have to pause and look at the see who they use in the actual game. Alrighty, so some free baseball here on opening day. Fans are loving that. After a 2-run homer by Miller, and ironically, Tampa Bay did score 2 runs in the bottom of the ninth in the last in the regular opening day game, but they ended up losing that game. They didn't quite score enough runs. They lost 5-3. So anyway, they brought in Webb and Evelyn. Chris Archer only lasted 5 innings in the actual game there, so that's a little different situation. And Webb, as you can see here, has a 5.19 ERA, and Evelyn, even worse, at a 9 ERA. So again, it's a tie score, so a different situation. So I'm probably not going to go with that. I'm probably going to go with more like setup men and closers. And Tampa Bay being the home team here, you really, after the 9 innings, you really lose your ability to get a save. So closers will kind of change it. So, but I'm not going to go with the closer yet. I'm going to go with. I'm going to see how many. Oh, let's see. It's the grade. Let's just check. Let's just click on this and see. I don't want to bring a lefty in yet. So 1, 1, and 2's there. So that's not so good though. So you can see Farquhar's numbers seem to be a lot better overall. ERA is very similar though too, so it just shows that ERA really doesn't necessarily mean how well a pitcher pitches. Interestingly, Farquhar's whip is higher, but he does have some dangerous numbers in here though, which could be home runs and stuff. So, we have Flyer, Donaldson. Oh, they got a new guy. Oh, Bautista's out of the game, so that's good for us. They still have the home run threat with Donaldson, so I think I'm going to go with a guy that's got a less of a chance of giving up a home run. Although both these guys have a 5 in that corner, so that doesn't necessarily matter because it matches up with that. So I think I might go with this. Yeah, nah. Overall though. So again, I'm not directly sure how to do these numbers, but this is like the home run column, and these are like the walks and everything else. So if we can keep runners off base, that's probably a good thing. So I'm gonna stay with Farquhar here. He actually pitched in 35 innings. He did pitch in 90 innings, so he's probably more likely to come in. So let's go with Ramirez. He's more likely to come in anyway. So all right, so tie score, top of the 10th. So top of the order in Pilar, Donaldson, and Carrera came in to play right field for Bautista. So he pops out to Longoria, one down.
1 out, base is empty.
Donaldson up now. He's one for 4 with a double. And it's the Forsyth. 2 up and 2 down.
2 outs, base is empty.
Alright, so Carrera's up now. Let's check him out. Carrera's 248 hitter with 6 home runs and 7 RBIs. Definitely a lot better than having Bautista in there, but I guess they figured that we were going to have an easy inning and win the game in the 9th, but we rallied back and tied the score, so hopefully we can make him pay for it. There we go.
And just like that, the inning's over. Bottom of the 10th.
So, all right.
Bringing in a new pitcher.
We got through the closer there. I'm going to bring in Joe Biagini. 3.06 ERA, 4-3 record, 1 save, 1.30 whip. So we definitely have a chance, I think, to hit off of him. He's got some 1s on here, but he's also got some 3s and 4s scattered in here. Not much of a chance of hitting one out against him, so I'm going to have to do it small ball here probably. So Caselli, the catcher, he came in to hit for the pinch hit for the can't think of his name. For the other pitcher or catcher for Conger. So he's he's only a $1.86 hitter, which is Conger was like a $1.91, I think. So he does have 8 home runs, so he has a chance to hit one out. So we'll see. These are ballpark effects, so if it lands on here, we'll probably do a ballpark effect for a home run. So that would be nice. Oh, did I call that or what? Wow. It's one out of your book ID gesture there. So not much of a chance for a home run, but I think this is also a slim chance too. So 65 or 66. Let's see. I don't know. Oh, man. Possible home run here. 5 out of 6. Oh, my God. We missed it by the 1. Oh, man. That would have been awesome. It's all right. We're still all right here. But, man, can you imagine that? 3 rolls in a row? We just missed one there. Ah, man. That would have been too funny. So, all right. So we have a leadoff runner on now. So
No outs, men on first. The third baseman is playing in.
third baseman's going to play in here, and these guys are playing in halfway. So should we bunt now with Forsythe? Oh man, I can't remember the bunt. I think the higher, or was it the lower? I'll be right back. Alrighty, we're back, and actually 5 is the worst, 1 is the best, so he's not a good bunter at all. So I'm gonna check. See if we can check these other cards here. I cannot check the cards there though, so let me see. Let me check the people that we could bring in. Ooh. Forsythe is the second baseman, so this guy can play second base. And what is his bunt rating? We don't. Oh, yes, we do. He's a bunt of 1, so I think I am going to bring in him and bunt. And who do we have? Ugh. There's only a 2 there, but need a catcher. I think I'm going to go for the. I'm going to chance it anyway. So we're gonna bring in Beckham the bunt because he can play. If we need to, he can play second base. Let's see what Beckham is. 247 here, so he's not too bad up at the plate. So we're gonna bring him in as a pinch hitter here. A lot of strategy here. That's our last bench player, so if it goes any further, we could be in some trouble. So he is going to sacrifice. And, oh, geez. Looks like the infield is going to be in. I think it's overall that makes it in, but we'll see.
He's going to lay down a bunt.
So it is in, even though there's only 1 player that's in, but I guess it's good enough. So, oh boy. So we don't want a 9 or a 4. We got a 10, so it's good sacrifice. Good. All right, so bottom of the 10th here.
1 out, men on second.
We're in scoring position here. For Morrison. He's 2 for 4 with a double and a single. I see if we can go 3 for 5. Single, are they going to send him? Are they going to send him? And they do, and the Rays win. Wow.
Tampa Bay wins the game in extra innings. From all of us at Replay Games, thanks for playing.
So a dramatic 10-inning come-from-behind victory. The Tampa Bay Rays defeat the Toronto Blue Jays. And I did look it up. The Tampa Bay Rays actually won 68 games during the regular season. And the Pythagorean 1 loss was 77, so they underperformed by 9 games. And I think that I looked at all the teams in the majors, and I think that they were because I was considering playing them, they were the team that had the highest underachievement using the Pythagorean 1 loss thing. 9 games. I think Minnesota might have been second with 7, but But anyway, so yeah, so that was a good, awesome game there for opening day. Excited to start the Red Sox game, and I'll reveal my other team in the next video, who I'm going to be playing for the National League. So stay tuned for that, and I think you might be pleasantly surprised with that one. I don't know. After looking at the team, the team didn't initially appeal to me, but I looked at them a little bit deeper, and while there's some players I don't really like on the team, they did have a lot of. Well, I'm not gonna give it away, but they had a good potential to go further than they did. So anyway, so that's it. It's been Eric from Higher Ground Gaming. Thank you for joining me in the beginning replay of the 2016 season using PC Replay. So, let's look at the before I leave though. Let's look at the box score. So, Ramirez wins the game. Biagini gets the loss. Logan Morrison gets the MVP, knocking in the winning run there. Here's the box score. So Chris Archer started the game, pitched an awesome game. It's too bad he couldn't get the win, as actually he only let up 2 earned runs, so could have easily won if there wasn't the error there. Tampa Bay did have 2 errors. So he struck out 13, walked 1. Would have been a complete game. Fred Miller again with the game-tying home run in the bottom of the 9th. It's pretty dramatic there. Marcus Stroman, 7 innings, just 1 earned run. And Asuna gets the blown save there for the Blue Jays. Biagini gets the loss. Again, not a lot for offense here. Probably the best, Logan Morrison there. Yeah, he's definitely the MVP. He had knocked in his 2nd run there in the bottom of the 10th. He was 3 for 5 with a couple RBIs. Wow, Encarnacion was up 3 at bats and 4 at bats, 4 plate appearances and 3 strikeouts. And wow, that was key too with the whole Bautista thing. That could have turned out differently if he would have still been in. Not necessarily, but and we used every player on our bench here too. So we definitely managed that game. Tulo was the hitting star for the Blue Jays, 3 for 4 with a couple RBIs. So great game for opening day there. I'm excited to play the season. So again, thank you for joining me. God bless, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.